Just another minute or two, guys. We're going to get started, okay? How's it going, guys? Good? Hey, Michelle. Everyone have room to train a little bit today? The garage, the living room, weight room. Look like we're ready. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start. I think some people are going to join a little bit later. Some people are usually late to this one. But I don't want that to stop you guys. So let's line up and bow in. All right. Here we are, team. Ready, stance, tension, and down. Good. So, I posted a video on our members page on Facebook. We started this as a homework assignment for the kids, but I would like to see all of the students do this, okay? And that's just to be able to demonstrate the tiger routine, the warm-up routine that we do, left side and right side from start to finish smoothly. So I want everybody to really practice this. And I'm gonna go through it quickly, then I'm gonna explain each routine with the detail of how to do every one of them. And mute guys here. And then we'll have a chance to kind of practice a little bit together before we go into some of the other drills, okay? So let's run through it together real quick, all right? So right here, I'm gonna go through it all. And I know some of you have already, like you're very familiar with it. So just kind of go along with me, right? But the first one, I'm gonna go through the whole thing because this is how I would like you to be able to demonstrate the entire routine. The first one is just side to side, or the whip. Then kick the door, kick one side, then the other, around the world. Protection walking. Lizard drill. And finally kick them out. Step, kick, back. Step, kick, back. Good. Okay, so I think most of us are pretty familiar with those. Let's slow them down a little bit, tell you exactly what I'm looking for, and then I'll quiz a few of you guys to see how well we can do this, okay? So, side to side or the whip. Preferably, no hands involved on the floor. No pushing on the floor. I want the momentum of my arms and legs. So here, and so I'm giving myself room with my arms out of the way to lean forward, and I'm using my arms to help me move. All right. Next one, kick the door. Okay, I'm not bringing my leg wide. I'm giving myself room by posturing so I can bring my leg up, kick, and then kick, and then leg behind, right? Give myself room. So again, if I just kind of lean and throw my leg, I would never kick the actual door that way. Posture, kick, kick, and here. When we go around the world, use your hands on the floor. Base yourself. This one is about speed. Okay, technique first, speed and power next. So when I do this, I base, kick, and that one it really helps to breathe during the movement. You hold your breath, you'll tense up, and it will slow you down. Okay, so when I do this one, I want to make sure I breathe. So hands out, and I want to avoid this movement. I want to avoid hips up, right? My hips stay down. My legs just spin. Slow motion. And I get fast on the way back. This is the detail, check it out. On the way back, right now, very fast. I'd like to be able to whip myself up into this position, okay? Let's go one more time, left and right. Very nice, good. Get this off my screen here. Okay, next. This next drill has the most moving parts. So we have the most steps here. As I fall, I switch my base. Right here. Push up. Bring my straight legs through, kick the ceiling. Come back with control into a low position and reset. Good. Now I switch. Okay, again. As I fall, I want to switch with control and I want my feet to be relatively quiet. Okay, so fall, switch the legs. Now push up. Now turn, kick the ceiling. Rewind that with control. Reset. Good. Next one is easy, lizard drill. Well, it's the easiest, but I still see a pretty common mistake, and that is not keeping yourself in alignment with where your head is. So watch my head, it's gonna stay kind of on this imaginary line, not going left to right. Shoulder forward, right back up. Shoulder, right back up. As opposed to going this way, where I end up facing two different directions. I'm always coming up facing the same direction. Okay, finally, the last one. Kick the mouth drill. Okay, so this one, it's like you're kicking somebody in the mouth, right? That's how you remember that one. When I step, lead with my chest and lift with my hips. Okay, it's a very important movement for jiu-jitsu. I use this very often when transitioning from a guard, okay, to a double leg style takedown, okay? And then the speed and power from my legs on the kick helps with a lot of functional movements in jiu-jitsu. So lift, step. Now, I like my hands all set so I can whip them to accelerate my speed. Rear leg, high-fiving this hand. Kick. So I'm really exaggerating my arms there to help me add speed to the process, okay? Tuck in my feet, sit, reset, switch. Okay, again, head up, chest up, hips forward, step. Right here. Now I kick, so my hands are gonna whip to kind of speed me up. Just like when you're running, you move your arms. This is like one big running step in a way, right? Almost like a jump over a hurdle, right? So got my arms ready, right here, and kick, back, and reset. Good. Okay, let me see a thumbs up if you think you have them all at least memorized in order. One, strong, 2, 3, Zandria, you 2, 4, all right. Michelle, okay, I'll take it. Kenneth, can barely see you. I can't tell if that's a picture of you or if you're just staring with a lot of confidence. I have no idea. All right. And what about Cruz family? You guys got it? So? Good. Sibka, I can't see your face, but that's okay. All right. So we're going to go through it again. And I want to see everybody. I'm going to kind of go now. This is what we're going to do. We're going to do each movement for a time period, maybe 20 seconds or so. All right. A few times on each side. Then I'm going to add, then we're going to do like just one time through, and then I want to see everybody do your best to try to do it. Okay. So get ready. Here we go. Then we'll open up for some questions after that. All right. So first one. Let's go. Side to side. Begin. This is the first one, the whip. Everybody's got that one. Good. Now, kick the door. Good. So far, everyone's got it. Good. No hands on this one. Good. CJ White, don't fall down. No hands on the floor, guys. Look at my back. Pretty straight. Now hands on the floor around the world. Good. Let's see it. Your head should also come right back up to the same spot on the around the world. Keep going, keep going. Keep going. Yes. Good. Protection walking. Here we go. Keep going. Keep going. CJ, control that a little bit, buddy. Going too fast. Nice, Sean. Very nice. Now, lizard drill. Here we go. My hands don't touch. Just my arms. Shoulder. Stretch out. Bring it in. Shoulder. Stretch. Knee back in. Good. Keep going. No questions right now. CJ, you're going to the side. Watch. Watch. Keep going, guys. You guys can keep going if you got it. If you want to watch because you need to see it, watch. Head forward. Shoulder down. Stretch out. Knee forward. Head up. Your head should be facing the same way every time. So watch. Here. I'm right back here every time. Good. All right. Now, kick the mouth drill. Lead with your chest, your hips, and your head. Step. Kick. Really exaggerate those arms. Reset. Switch. Step. Kick. Reset. Good. All right. Here we go. Philip.
Yes, sir.
Ready?
I got it.
Let's do it. Everyone check it out. I can't see you too well, but that's good. You're good. Yeah. Nice. Just one on each side. Kick.
Okay.
Kick. Switch. Yep. Kick. Kick. Switch. Good. Around the world.
A little bit limited around the world here.
All right, do a halfway one. That's okay. Just don't kick the weights or the little person behind you. All right. Now protection walking drill. Nice. Yes. Good. Now, lizard drill. Go. Yes. Good. Other side. Awesome. And kick the mouth drill without knocking over your phone or your computer. I'm not sure how you got that set up. Excellent. Uh-oh, my computer slowed down a little bit. That's good. Awesome job, buddy. Good. You kind of froze up a little bit because I think my internet's a little bit off. All right, so you just set the bar for everybody. Excellent work. Now, everybody else, because I won't have time to have everybody do it together. So I want to see everybody doing it. I'm going to count down, and we're going to start. Everyone get ready. Get in your best position. Get ready to do your best work. Kenneth Adams, you're just a frozen picture, buddy. I'm not sure what's going on with yours. I hope you're still with us. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. One on each side. Good. Kick the door drill. Remember, on the kick the door drill, hands off the ground. Good. Around the world after that. Nice. Good. Keep those hips down on the floor. Then we got the protection walking. Nice, strong. Protection walking drill. Very good. Yes. Very good. Then the lizard drill. Facing forward, shoulder down, legs back. Beautiful. Both sides. Good. And kick the mouth drill. Step, kick, back, down, switch. One more. Kick. Beautiful, guys. Awesome work, everybody. Really good work. Okay, that's what I like to see. Okay, so keep drilling that. I want to see those as technically sound as they can be. Okay, so look for ways to improve those movements. I want you to think about moments where the movement is less fluid than you feel that it ought to be, and see how you can maybe speed it up. So sometimes, like for example, on the kick the door drill, right? We feel stuck like right here in this position. So pay attention to that. Work on how you breathe during the movements, right? Right? When I'm breathing and exhaling, my body can move fluidly. If I tense because the position is crowded, I fatigue myself faster, and I engage my muscles in a very restricted manner. So I need to breathe, okay? I used to think when I would watch like the Gracies, the old school Gracie tapes where they would be doing drills and movements and solo drills like this, and they're all breathing like very audibly. And I thought it was strange. I thought it was kind of like just for show. You know what I mean? Like just to be like, oh, look at me breathing. I'm like this mystic warrior. And then I started really incorporating that into my sparring and into my movements and drills. And what I found was it gave me more stamina and more fluidity, okay? Because our core is restricted by the air that we kind of put into it and hold into it. We need to be able to breathe. It's a very important part of the movement. So, especially if you guys are just drilling alone or with one person, no need to be shy, okay? Breathe loudly, and you'll find how it speeds up and adds power and agility to these moves that we kind of just take for granted that we know, okay? You'll start finding like, wow, I'm faster, I'm stronger. You'll do that in your sparring, you'll do it in your working out. And although you still will get tired, you will recover better just by learning to breathe better. This is why on Saturdays, competition class, normally, after we train for like almost 2 hours, we do some pretty intense breathing at the end. And then most of the time, everybody's pretty energized, even though they just trained harder than they've trained all week. It's exhausting. And then we do some very intense, right? It looks kind of silly if you don't know what you're looking at. And then you realize at the end, you kind of like buzzing, you kind of feel it in your fingers and your face, and you're wide awake and focused. So it's not just like an ancient martial arts thing. There's real science to utilizing your correct breathing. So let's get to some questions. And I see a lot of you have done classes already. Sibka, I'm not sure. I think you've done a class already, but maybe this is only your second one. So awesome to have you. Kenneth, I can't tell what's going on with yours, if it's frozen or if it's just, or what's happening. But let's open it up for some questions. And again, the way the questions work, and I'm really happy with the questions we've had so far, because I wasn't sure if we were going to have enough questions or if everybody was going to be actively participating in the Q&A part. And typically we run out of time whenever we're doing Q&A, because we go into a lot of answers, a lot of details, and a lot of drills we can do with the questions. So let's open it up for some questions here. And who has the first one? Raise your hand. Yes, Michelle, go ahead. And
you were talking about the last move being kick the mouth drill, kick the mouth. So I guess I want to know, for all those moves in the Tiger routine, like as an example of when you would use that sort of for each of the moves.
Yes, great question. And what I'll do sometimes is I will, in class, I will say like, hey, this movement is kind of like this, drill that we do. The reality is you won't necessarily use the exact complete movement in the same way. What you're doing is you're building movements that you are commonly using. So I'll go through, were you asking specifically for the kick the mouth drill, or kind of
no, for the whole, all of them, just as an idea of,
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So let's talk about it. So some of them are pretty close to the movement that you're going to be doing. Some of them are building speed, power, and agility in a way that is commonly used. Okay. So I'll go through them one by one and kind of explain the functionality of the positions, right? Okay. So I'm going to mute you so that it goes back to my screen here, and then I will go through these. All right. So right here, the side-to-side movement is really just me having agility in like a sitting guard position and being able to switch, right? So a lot of times I will move from, and this, I'll kind of go the side-to-side and the kick the door kind of go together. So this is kind of like a sitting guard position, where a lot of times I have my foot on the hip and I'm gripping and pulling, and then the whip portion is like coming back so I can threaten a forward double leg type movement, right? So if I'm playing and I'm kind of working, and then I come forward and I get like an opportunity to attack the knees or something like that, then I can combine those two movements in a way that gives me an offensive sitting guard, okay? So that's kind of the answer to those two. The next, the around the world, this is all about guard recovery, okay? Being able to quickly move my legs in a long range pattern to stop a guard pass, right? So for example, Coach Anthony, can I borrow you just real quick? All right. Let me go back to what I was saying here. So kind of on your knees. So like I might be playing a game where I'm kind of working here and I'm working foot on the hip. There's a kick the door. He starts to posture up, and I can move right into a double leg type motion. Okay. My ability, the around the world type motion is just teaching my legs to move in a fast manner across from each other, right? Because if Anthony's standing and he throws my leg like out of the way for like a quick leg drag, like this, okay? Or actually hang on to one, because this is what they usually do. Like just, yeah, he goes like this, okay? I cannot fight with my leg. I have to change the angle of my leg and recover, okay? Like this. So as he goes, boom. Now it's different with resistance. It's not as smooth because the person's holding you. But that's essentially what I'm doing. I'm training my body to react with my legs, okay? Another one is like, sometimes he just does a short drag, right? And I turn my hips this way. Again, fast motion with my legs, right? So kind of slowly as he goes, this momentum here. If I just put my foot there without my hips moving, I'm too crowded. I've crossed my legs. I have no power with crossed legs. I need the ability to move my legs and my hips independently. So as he drags, here, and now I can recover. So that's the purpose of the around the world drill. The protection walking, it's kind of called that because I'm combining two ideas here, but I'm protecting. So this is a great movement for protecting when somebody's trying to take your back, okay? So for example, if, over here, if I find myself in a position where he's kind of past my guard and I'm turned away, so turn, yeah, right, like a turtle position, okay? I find myself having to play here and here, right? I'm protecting the hooks, but I've got to move. And sometimes here, I can recover. The kicking the ceiling portion is a common position also from the turtle, where it's more of a sit-out drill. It's also functional in a cut-through passing position. So let's just go like a real basic top turtle position right here. Yeah, no, like right here. Okay, and you sit out, put your weight down. Sit out motion, grab around me. Yeah, here. Right? So there's that motion. I'm not kicking the ceiling, right? That's the exaggerated drill form of it. But I do that to change my position. I also do that motion on your back. Head facing this way. When passing the guard, right? Sometimes I'm here, he's kind of crowding, I bring my knee in, and I need to pin and do a quick turning type motion. Right, but you see how both of the movements require changing the angle of my hips, okay? So that combines two ideas. The protection walking, normally I wouldn't actually put my hands down. I put my hands down to transition into the sit out type movement. Normally protecting, it's like that movement that we've been doing, right? Kind of protecting here, but for the drill, I go here so that I can transition into my sit outs, my cut through type movements. The lizard drill is also a drill to just keep you practicing protecting yourself from the back by blocking the hooks. Never are you actually going to do this in a fight, right? Your hands are going to be moving and changing, but you're practicing connecting your body to the ground and blocking feet and hooks from getting into a back mount position. Okay, so a lot of times, what angle can I show this? Like, I guess Anthony just kind of come like right over here. Like a lot of times I find myself, here's another example too. I might find myself mounted, like an S mount position, and forced to the ground, like flattened out, right? He's got his hooks in, okay? And I have to turn rid of the hook. Right? He's got his hooks in, he's flattening me out, right? Put the other one in, yeah. And I have to kind of shake and bring my leg through, okay? My hands are gonna be here. That's good. You can, yeah. Right. So that's more of a protection position from like a flattened out back mount, or someone's trying to take the back, maybe they don't have the hooks in, but you find yourself face down and you have to move your legs. You're in a very crowded type position, right? I'm really glad you asked this question because I use these explanations sometimes when they come up in a class, but I don't know if I've ever gone through the whole series like this, talking about each one. And then the kick the mouth drill is just about building power and speed, right? From what I understand, there's a lot of functionality to it, but being able to come up in this position is just a position of power, speed, posture, and agility all working together. So this sort of incorporates elements of going from a guard to standing or going from standing to guard with control. And many times the game falls apart when we are transitioning from one dimension, the feet, to another, the ground, or back and forth. If we don't have a control during the guard pull or during the transition from guard to coming up, right? So think about what's involved right here, right? There's posture and balance. There's temporary balance on one leg, this leg, and then temporary balance on this leg, boom. And then temporary balance on this leg, and I have to do all that very fast. So some of those, I mean, there's no jiu-jitsu move where I kick anybody in the face, right? But there are movements where I'm forced to balance on one leg. There are defenses in stand-up where somebody's holding a single leg on me, right? Like they might have my leg and I'm balancing and then I pull and I get away. So although very few situations that I can think of look like that motion when compared to the other drills where some of it looks almost exactly like it, that one is more a balance drill bringing the two parts of the game together, the ground and the standing. So I think that's a pretty good kind of overall explanation of like why we do that drill, right? Or why we do all those drills together. Because they sort of incorporate the flexibility, the balance, and the movements, a lot of the movements that are very common. So a lot of people just, I'm so glad you asked that, really, because a lot of people, they think it's just a warm-up drill, right? It's just, well, let's just use it to get the body warm, and then they don't always connect the dots when they learn a technique. When you think of it this way, this is what's so valuable about intentional drilling and focused, drilling, is that now every movement becomes an opportunity to really sharpen your game and get better, as opposed to warm up, learn a new move. Warm up, learn a move, spar, right? Now it's like you soak every ounce of opportunity out of every minute of training. And you never look at any drill the same way again. Shrimping was like the first drill that I probably ever learned. Everyone learns how to shrimp, right? It's like shrimping, yeah, you got to shrimp because people are going to mount you, and it's the first thing you got to know is a white belt. You're going to get mounted, you're going to get held up, and you got to shrimp. And you know how I was taught to shrimp and did for like over 15 years the same exact way? Was this huge, exaggerated shrimp. Every solo shrimp I ever did looked like that. And I was proud of it. I was like, yeah, look how flexible I am. I can really go here. I never shrimped out of an amount that way ever, because it would never work. It would always get stacked. And then I realized I was taught the concept of shrimping just to clear the legs, the hips, just enough to recover the leg. So now my shrimp went from this 90-degree fish out of water position to a powerful angle on my side where I still have my hips and I can move my legs and recover. So it's important to challenge what you think you know about a basic move, because I'm still learning some advanced concepts about basic stuff. Anyway, so really long answer, Michelle, but hopefully that helps all you guys. All right. By the way, guys, Michelle gave me an awesome testimonial about these classes. So if you guys are enjoying them and you wouldn't mind writing something or video, either one is okay, and send that my way, I would really appreciate it. We have right now, I'm really surprised because we have a whole lot of people interested, new people, new jujitsu people who have all this time on their hands. They're not jujitsu people yet, they're just people that are finding our school and they see that we're doing online stuff because of, you know, some advertising we're doing, and they really want it, whether for the kids or for themselves. And I mean, it's a great opportunity to introduce jujitsu to people who may not have been looking for it under normal circumstances. And now everyone's locked up in quarantine and, you know, staying away, and they're looking for stuff to do. So I'm trying to look at it on the positive side of, like, while a lot of people are just freaking out and closing down, I actually think it's a great opportunity to introduce jiu-jitsu to people. So what helps with that is kind of the social proof. You guys saying, like, yeah, the classes are pretty good. We're learning from it. We're sweating. We're doing drills. We're getting better. And, you know, anything positive that you have to say about it, if you could send that my way, just a short written or video testimonial, I would really greatly appreciate it. All right, so let's get to some more questions before our bodies get too cold and we can start moving around again. Who's got another one? Chong, go ahead and unmute yourself. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So can you give me example of the top knee on the belly, like the one that step over armbar, the kimura, the baseball bat choke, the knee side armbar, and the reserve knee on belly? Because I can't imagine that. Because I thought knee on belly, just knee on the belly.
Okay. You just asked like 5 things, I think.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I got it. Knee on belly, to step over armbar, to the baseball bat choke,
Yeah.
reverse knee on belly hold,
And the knee side armbar.
near side armbar, and kimura.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the
No
top.
problem. I got you, buddy. Get ready to have your mind blown. All right. So, come on, Anthony. I got it. Lie down right here, folks. Let's move back a little bit. Okay. Knee on belly, right? I'm just going to start in the position. Okay, so we're sort of already looking at it. So step over armbar, that's his forearm. And it works very well when they put their hand on my knee, because he doesn't like that knee, especially if I hold it really well. When he pushes, it creates a pocket right here. See this? And when I pull this, I pull him to me. I push the face too. I'm not going to push his face now, but I push the face down and I hold this really close to me. Okay? Now, I'm not doing the knee ride the same way. I'm not driving my knee because I need to allow him to turn. I'm sort of sandwiching him. So it's a little bit of knee pressure here. Now, step. This hand, grab the pants if you can. And twist and pull both. And there's my arm bar. See that? Okay. One more time from a different angle. Head facing the camera. Knee on belly. Okay. He pushes. Okay. Separate. Push the face down. I got my elbow is on my knee. Because out here, he pulls his arm free. But when I bring it to my knee and I wedge it between my shoulder and my forearm, it's very strong. Step, stay off your knees. My knees do not touch the entire time. Grab the pants or the leg, twist like a corkscrew and pull everything to you. Armbar. Okay. Kimura. Same thing. He pushes, but I don't want to step over armbar. Maybe it's too big. Grab the wrist. Replace the knee on belly with the hand. All my weight is on my hand. Very little on my knee. Grab the elbow. Pull. See that? Pull him to the side. Step. Punch through. Now my knees go down because I'm in the Kimura. I've got his other arm trapped here. Finish this way. All right? Turn the other way. Head the other way. He pushes my knee, pin all the weight on this hand. Pull the elbow. When I step, I want to trap this arm. See that? That's important. And then a little push, pop free, Kimura. Turn back. Near side armbar. This is more of an opportunistic move when they try to roll away. I like it when I'm playing a cross collar grip. See that? So turn a little bit. So turn to face the camera. No, turn to face the camera. Face. Your face.
Oh.
There. You see that grip? That's the grip I have, right? Like I'm looking for an X choke. And he tries to roll away. So I usually do this when they try to roll and this arm is floating. So a good drill is my knees here. He just rolls away and look how much I step. There's my arm bar. So that's the near side. I let them give me the near side arm bar, my stepping over. Baseball bat choke. Whichever knee is on the stomach, that's how you're batting. So if I'm right-handed batting, right knee on belly. Left knee on belly, left-handed. Why do I say that? Right knee, right-handed, that's how my hands find the collar. Stand up. Okay, so go a little bit closer. Right knee on belly, right hand, same side, thumb in the collar, fingers in the collar. See this? That's, my hands are like this, like I'm holding a baseball bat. Pop. Here. Now, stretch yours like that. Knee on belly, same thing. Controlling, grip, grip, hold tight. I'm gonna do like a cut through pass across his near side arm because this is the arm that's gonna block me from walking around, right? He wants to stop me. So cut across the arm right here. As my knee gets to the ground, I pull him into me, tight. As I go to north-south, I punch to the ground. Knees down. Now see how this turned into an X choke? It's like an X choke from the north-south. Knees down, head to the floor on the other side, and pull. Okay. Other side. This video will be available to watch later too. Knee on belly, hands in. This is the arm that usually gives you trouble. They're either blocking or they're grabbing your arm like that, or maybe he grabs my other arm. And so I feel like I can't get my arm across to choke. So you put your knee across, see that? Right? He's got the arm kind of blocking, grabbing my arms. Put your knee across to the floor, okay? And actually here, I think I said it backwards, I'm gonna go, right here I punch down with my hands to pin the head, and then as I spin, I come back, tighten up. I have one knee on either side of his ear on the floor, head to the floor, pull. I could even come up off my knees a little bit to drive more pressure down to finish that way. All right? So reverse knee on belly is just an idea for using the other knee for controlling. This is great when you want to be fast and when they are very big and strong. I'm here, but they keep pushing the knee off. Right? I'm just switching and putting my other knee. The switch, turn. So you know how when we have the knee on belly, it's kind of a line from their hip to their shoulder. Same thing, but it's from shoulder to hip. Here. See that? That's my knee on belly. And I'll switch my hands like here. Sometimes he tries to turn away from me, back to knee on belly. Turns really strong into me. Reverse knee on belly. Reverse knee on belly is great for sliding down into reverse Kesagatami. Knee on belly, great for sliding down into Kesagatami. Turn feet this way. Right? Knee on belly. Okay, I can switch it, but I can also look, I can just put my knee down right here. See that? My hip is right by the hip, and I can drop and push. Reverse, if I feel like, okay, I don't want to deal with this, I just drop my knee to the floor, hip to the shoulder. So, it's a switching game. You can play it real bouncy, right? I can kind of like knee on belly, switch. I can mount this way. I can bring it back, boom, up, come back down, right, back to here. So it's a way to go from heavy close to heavy distant and switch it. You're not always going to be big, strong enough to pin, so we have to use that other knee. And just one knee is not that hard to beat, right? There are different ways he can escape that. It's not just shrimping. Sometimes, a real good one I like is he'll underhand grab my ankle. No, my ankle. Like that. And just feed it into his half guard. Right? That works. I mean, like too good. So if I start to feel that, I'll just switch. I don't have to deal with that anymore. The reverse knee on belly, you're not going to hold for a long time. It's a quick no you don't. And then I'm coming back to the knee on belly or slide down to that Kesagatami, reverse Kesagatami. Okay? Feel good with all those? I'll post all this on the member site and we'll post it on, oh, by the way, right now this is all connected to YouTube Live. So if you guys go to YouTube, the Team Tooke MMA YouTube, you can see all these videos too. All right.
Question.
Yes.
With that baseball choke, you
Yeah.
said when you were pulling, you're laying on him, so I couldn't see the direction you're pulling your hands.
So my hands kind of punch and pull. And look, so right-handed, right? There's a little bit of this going on because if I'm right-handed batting, my right hand, my right inside wrist, my ulna, right? Ulna is the one doing most of the choking. My left arm is blocking. So, one more time, please. Not sure that I can give you the perfect angle. Just head facing this way. Yeah. I think this will work back a little bit. Okay. So we're here. Okay. And right here, I usually try to connect my elbow and knee, my right elbow and my knee. That keeps them from getting in. And as I cut my knee across, I'm really doing two pulls with my hands, driving my knee across. See that? That way my right elbow is driving really heavy into his chest while I'm lifting and pinning with this knee. Now, if I keep pulling as I turn, he turns with me. He just got out. So, pull as you drive. Once you're here, punch down. See that? Punch both down as you spin. Now, pull again as your head goes to the floor. And look, right here, I actually prefer lifting the knees up because I have more pull this way to finish. Does that give you a better description?
The last pull you're pulling up?
I'm just pulling in just like an X choke, I'm just pulling the arms into me to finish.
Thank
You're welcome. All right. Do we have any more questions?
Just a statement. They've extended the stay order until the 30th of April.
Yeah, I think they did that yesterday.
They just announced it.
I thought they announced it, or maybe they,
It was Donald Trump said it yesterday, and then they said for Harris County today.
oh, okay. Yeah, so the president announced it yesterday. And then I guess each individual county or state is making their final, orders. But yeah, so like I said, we're going to keep doing this, guys, until they let us all get back together, which I'm sure is the right thing to do. I mean, they have to be safe. We have to do what's best for everyone. We each have a responsibility. But that, like I said before, that does not change our goals. And there's a few types of people that I have kind of noticed in the situation. There are people that are kind of doomsday people. This is the end of the world. Some of them are happy about it. Then there are the people that's not true. And then there are well, this is it's nothing. It's no big deal. We should hurry up. Well, it is a big deal. We got to do stuff, obviously. And then there's the concerned but somewhat rational people that have their martial arts goals that are not forgetting about what's going on, but they are still prioritizing the other parts of their lives that they can do something about. And everybody can train at home. We can do it. There's no reason to sit at home in fear and not do it. There's no reason to not get in shape. There's no reason to not get on and have your blue belt curriculum and ask very specific questions about, something that's going to help you grow and thrive and come out stronger, during the situation. So, and remember, guys, please, y'all got to communicate with me whatever it is that you need. Like, a lot of you have the blue belt curriculum right there with a pen in hand. That's perfect. You're perfectly set up for the class. If anybody doesn't have that blue belt curriculum and you would like it, send me an email. I'll send it right over to you. Okay. If anybody, just if there's anything you need, let us know, because we're, a lot of this pertains to the kids because we have them doing a lot of homework assignments. So we're actually running around and dropping stuff off inside people's mailboxes to, make sure that they kind of get what they need, to still do it. But it's not that different for us, right? We want to be better martial artists. This is what we have to work with. And I actually think there are some big advantages to training like this that we don't always have in the classroom. Yeah, we don't have a physical body and somebody trying to choke us. We need that. We're going to have that soon enough. But man, these questions have been some of the best, that we've ever had. And keep bringing them on. And we're going to keep posting these videos so you guys can go back and check them out and review and have your questions answered. So we have time for one last question if you have it. If not, we will wrap it up and let the Muay Thai class start. But does anybody have any more? Chong, awesome questions, man. That was like 8 moves. So that's like a wedge of the pie of the blue belt curriculum that you just sliced out for yourself. Good job. Michelle.
It's just a class question. Because I did Tuesdays and Thursdays, I did 6 o'clock, and I know all classes are open to everybody, but is there a schedule that going to change every week, or is there a set schedule now where we can see who's doing what and,
So what I wanted to do, I was considering, I considered keeping the classes staggered or kind of like we do on a normally weekly basis, but I wanted to make it easy for everyone since we were doing since I was trying to encourage, because most people are actually not able to come, every day, and I wanted to give them the option to come to all of them. So I'm trying to make it predictable in terms of the schedule. I plan on keeping it like this. But I encourage feedback, if it's
what's
like
the Monday schedule? I didn't know I got an notice for the kids class, but I didn't know if there was an adult class yesterday.
Okay, so there are the adult jiu-jitsu classes the same Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Okay.
Saturday, 10 a.m.
Okay.
I might do Saturday at 11. I don't know if people are sleeping in late or what we're doing. But yeah, it's so Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. The kids is always at 5. The Muay Thai is always at 7, except for Friday, there's not a Muay Thai at 7. So yeah, we'll keep it like that. It seems to be working pretty well for everybody. And then we're doing some Facebook, stuff to put out there just to kind of throw some extra content. So keep checking that out. But don't be shy also about if you want to email me and say, hey, I'd love to see this first question next class. That would be good. Let me see. Michael Quinn had a question here. I can't always read the chats. And bring those questions when class restarts. Yes. Very good. All right. All right, guys. Well, awesome class, man. Thanks for the energy, for everybody participating. I know some people feel silly like looking at a camera and doing drills, in their living room, and not you guys. And that's awesome because that would suck if it was me doing the drills and you guys waiting. So thank you for the participation and the energy and the effort. It's been great. We'll see you back here again. So tomorrow at 11, everyone's invited. And then again at 6 o'clock, Muay Thai with Professor Todd is starting in just a few minutes. I'm going to end this after we bow out. So you'll have to click the login button again to do it, just because I want to post and break up each class separately for you guys. Okay, let's line up. Good work, team. Right here. Ready, stance. Good work. Feet together. Attention. Wow. Fantastic. Good job, team. All right. See you guys soon.